Can you see me? Hi folks, this is Yvette from YvetteLaboy.com, and I'm a little late, so I'm sorry. Trying to get stuff together. I am doing my gluten-free pumpkin pancakes, and this recipe is basically good for anybody. But it's really good for people who have autoimmune conditions. If you have an autoimmune condition, because in the recipe, I'm going to read the recipe to you. I use this Bob's red mill gluten-free pancake mix. And so I use 1 cup of that. I'm going to use half a cup of the pumpkin puree, which is here. Okay. And it's organic. And I'm going to use half a teaspoon of cinnamon, quarter teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice, quarter teaspoon of allspice, and a cup of unsweetened almond or rice milk. I didn't have any almond or rice milk, so I'm using organic milk instead. Again, if you have an autoimmune condition, I would go with the almond milk or the rice milk. Also, I'm going to use walnuts to put in them because I love walnuts. Walnuts are high in omega-3s. They look like little brains, and they're great brain food, and they're just really good for people who have an autoimmune condition. And I'm going to top it with raspberries. And warm maple syrup, which I love warm maple syrup. One recommendation I'll do today, I'm going to use actual eggs, but Bob's Red Mill sells these egg replacement. So if you have an autoimmune condition, I would recommend you can try these. Okay, and they're simple to make. You use 1 tablespoon of egg replacement with 2 tablespoons of water. Mix it up, and you can use that. Okay? ¿Qué pasó? Oh. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining in. I can't see you if you put a comment because I'm being filmed. So, here is the mixture. I'm going to add some milk to it. I'm mixing it up over here. I'm a little late, so I'm sorry, folks. And I'm going to add an egg. I actually need more milk, but I think I'm going to add a little bit of water instead, because I don't want to add too much milk. Okay. And I'm mixing this up. With this, I added 2 cups of flour because I'm of the gluten-free pancake mix, because I'm actually making some for me and my sister, who's the camera person. So you're gonna mix it up really well. Because you don't want any it makes like little flour balls. You don't want that, so you want to mix it up pretty good. Okay. And now I'm going to add these bad boys. I have my cinnamon, I have my pumpkin spice, and I have my allspice. You don't have to add the allspice. I like adding it because just for a little bit more flavor. You know, I'm Latina and we just love flavor. So I am going to add, where are my spoons? Here are my spoons. Oh, I forgot. I gotta add this first. And I'm gonna do half a cup of this. A quarter, what is it? Quarter cup. I usually puree my, here it is, I have it frozen. Usually the pumpkin that I get for Halloween, I don't carve it up. And afterwards, we chop it all up and we puree it. Here it is. It's frozen. I couldn't use it, so I had to get one, the organic one in the can. So here we go. I'm gonna put this bad boy in. You can see me, right? Pouring this stuff in. What? I'm not gonna say mix it up. The last time I said that, my mixer wasn't plugged in. Okay. I need to mix this more. It seems a little lumpy. I love making this on the weekend. I love pumpkin. Pumpkin is so healthy for you. I actually love to cook. I'm putting together a autoimmune cookbook. For those of you out there who have autoimmune diseases, and you all know I work with people who have lupus. So, oh, it's looking pretty good. All right, now I want to add the spices. That was pretty damn loud, right? So I'm going to add, what is this? Half a teaspoon, if I could find it. Oh, here it is. Is it? Yeah. It's half a teaspoon of the pumpkin spice. Usually I don't measure stuff, I just throw it in. But for today's live, I'm just measuring stuff. I'm not really big on measuring stuff. I just throw it in, like I said. And I used a little bit more of the pumpkin spice because, like I said, I just love pumpkin. And this is some cinnamon. I'll probably add a little bit more of the cinnamon while I'm cooking it on top. Throw a bit of it on top. Oh, it smells so good. All right, and I'm just gonna put a teeny bit, just a sprinkle of the allspice. Not Old Spice, but allspice. Okay. Last but not least, I'm going to mix in my walnuts. As you can see, I have a very small kitchen, so I don't have much kitchen space. And I'm gonna crumble these bad boys up. You can take a handful and put them in. The recipe calls for quarter cup of walnuts. I just put whatever I feel. Like I said, I don't really like to measure. What? No. I think this more or less is enough. Put this to the side. I'm going to mix this up again a little bit. And now we're ready to cook up these bad boys. I'm gonna warm up my pan. I already greased it. You could use olive oil or coconut oil. They do sell the sprays of the coconut oil and the olive oil, or you could just use it, you know, if you buy it regular, like I have my coconut oil like this, you could just scoop it up and put a little bit in there. Don't put too much, because then you're just gonna have very oily and greasy pumpkin pancakes, and you don't want that. I actually had a class disaster one time when I was teaching a class, and I had someone help me, and they put too much too much grease in the pan, and we had a very greasy, see, the consistency should be like this. Okay, can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? All right, my camera person's shorter than me, so it's kind of hard. I can't see your comments if you're putting comments, folks, so I'm gonna put them in here. I love this pan. I actually, where did I find this pan? Rite Aid. Oh, I found it in Rite Aid of all places. I thought it was Bed Bath and Beyond, but I think they do sell it in Bed Bath and Beyond. But I got it at Rite Aid for like a steal, and this is perfect because it's great to make little pancakes like this. And I'm gonna leave them here till they get a little brown, and then I'm gonna flip them over. I'm a sloppy cook. But they say the best cooks are the most sloppiest. My sister freaks out whenever I cook. She loves the way I cook. Don't get me wrong. She loves whenever I cook and I whip up a nice dish over the weekend. It's usually when I cook, because during the week I'm just too busy. She loves it when I cook, but complains about the mess, because I'm very messy, but the food comes out really good. And I guess that's all that matters, right? So I'm going to sprinkle a little bit more of the cinnamon on these bad boys. And I'm going to let them cook up a bit. And while I'm letting them cook up, I'm going to do some cleaning, because we don't want to leave a mess, because I don't want to hear any complaints. Oh my God. But I love these. Whenever I have a class, a cooking class, this is one of the recipes that I always make, and people just really dig them. They love them, and they're really yummy. I mean, pumpkin is amazing. I love pumpkin, and I'm a big Halloween fan too, so anything pumpkin I enjoy. Pumpkin is good for you. It has a lot of health benefits for you. So they kind of look like they're maybe ready. Oh, I gotta wipe them too, because if I wet this, the dish rack, she freaks out. So it's a little wet. Let me wipe it. I'm busting her chops. Oh, let me get this out of the way. I'll wipe this down. And I'm gonna post the recipe. I'm going to post the recipe for you folks after this underneath. But come check them out. See, they're kind of bubbling, okay? You see? You see? Yes, sir? Okay. I'm going to flip them soon. I'm using my spray over here on this side. And if you have a regular pan, that's fine. You know. But this pan is pretty awesome. All right. When you see that it's bubbling and it has like the little holes, come over here. You see that it's bubbling like that with the little holes? That's a good indication that it's time to flip them. So we're flipping them. Oh, see how nice and brown they are? They look awesome. Yeah, baby, yeah, baby. Okay. I'm going to flatten them down a bit. Don't want to make them too flat though, because I want them fluffy. So again, I'm going to add a little bit more cinnamon, and I know you folks are like, well, she's cinnamon crazy. Yeah, I love cinnamon. Cinnamon has a lot of health benefits to it too. Oh, it's good for the immune system. All right. So you're going to leave them there for a little bit. I'm going to pull out one of my fabulous white plates. I love white plates. That's my obsession. And I'm going to put some maple syrup. I'm going to have some maple syrup on it. Where's my little pan here? I'm going to warm up some maple syrup to put on my pancakes. Well, actually, these are for my sister. I'm making mine later. You don't want to boil the maple syrup. You want to just warm it up a bit. So I'm just going to warm it up for a little bit. And you can follow me. I'm going to put it in here. Okay. I don't like serving stuff from the pot like that. I love like little things like this and kitchen gadgets and stuff. Okay. Let me check these bad boys out. There's still a little bit more. They could use a little bit more cooking. You don't want to put the flame up too high. You don't want to burn them. You want them to cook slowly, because if not, you're just gonna have burnt pancakes, basically. Okay, the maple syrup. Let me try this. Just want to see if it's a little warm. Not that warm yet. I'm gonna raise the fire a little bit more on them to make sure they warm up. Now you can add as a topping, you can add if you want raspberries, strawberries, blueberries. Today I'm using raspberries because I love raspberries. Out of all the berries, I love raspberries. Those are my favorite. So that's what I'm using instead. And I need to wash this. Okay, my maple syrup is warm already. Oh yeah, wow. So we're gonna use this warm maple syrup on top of them. I'm gonna put this here to the side because they're almost ready to come out, these bad boys. Oh yeah. I'm gonna shut them off. Put them on here. See how beautiful they look? Now, I'm gonna pour some maple syrup over them. I already washed these. Oh, my raspberries are falling. And there you go. These are my gluten-free pumpkin pancakes. You can make them, they're easy. I will put the recipe below the comments. I didn't read your comments, folks, but this is the way you make them. They're delicious, they're good. They're better than regular pancakes. They're gluten-free. You can use the egg replacers. You can use the rice milk or even hemp milk if you want when you make these to make a healthier version. And I use this as well. The Bob's Red Mill gluten-free pancake mix. Anyway, that's all I have to share today. I am going to eat these bad boys up. my sister and I. And I will see you soon. Join me on February 21st for my lupus and heart health class. It's going to be a free webinar. It's going to be at 7 p.m. That's a Wednesday night. And I will post the details as the date gets closer. And I will see you then. Enjoy. Have a great Saturday. Bye.